To the races, we must go. We must go now. We must go hard. We must keep going. So let's go. But first, what up, TMD? This your boy, Dr. J. Don't go astray, because you know I got a little something to say. Now, I don't think I need to convince any of you with extensive high-level statistical research to highlight the state of our black boys and our men. But if I did, just pull out your devices, Apple, Android, or anything else, don't make no difference, and look up health data, look up education data, economic data, child welfare, housing, courts, just to name a few. And oh yeah, please do not forget to look up police brutality data. If you need a heartbeat to bring the data live or to eliminate the data in a different way, I got about 1,000 black boys and men that you can sit down with, and they can share their story and their journey as they try to walk through this thing that we call life. And I know you know many of them as well. So that's all you have to do. Listen to the real stories. And if that's not enough, if you need a one-stop shop for perhaps the most provocative research correlated with black men, I'm talking about, just look up toxic stress, trauma, health, lifespan, and the dire long-term correlation and consequences for many black men. Now, you know the numbers don't lie. And those real life stories and narratives told by many black men sure enough don't lie. Now, before we go any further, if you're internally and cognitively preoccupied with the notion and the thought that all lives matter, you're absolutely right. However, respectfully and in nothing but love, I want to remind you that our black men and our black boys are in a state of emergency. So let's deal with our crisis directly in front of us. Let's address our highest priorities. Let's focus on the burning house. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, off to the races we must go. We must go now, we must go hard, and we must keep going. So let's go. R-A-C-E-S, races. First, R, we must recognize the recent, oh my God, seems like we can't keep up with the incredible, painful stories and situations and trauma, but also recognize the historical traumatic events from long ago, the situations and the predicaments of long suffering that many black men have endured and continue to endure, unfortunately, every single day. Off to the races we must go. A, we must affirm those painful emotions associated from those experiences that many of our black men continue to face. We must listen with intention, with empathy, with compassion. This now, this is a process that many of you already know that will likely be far from easy. It will take everything in you to be part of those courageous and bold and cultural humility driven conversations. I know you can do it because many of you are already doing it. Let's go. Lives are literally at stake. Off to the races we must go. C, we must communicate what we don't know. If we're not sure what to do or what to say, share our thoughts and our genuine ideas and our own feelings about situations. Communicate our willingness to learn and to do more. Off to the races we must go. E, expect A lot of people like this one because it's freeing and it's very helpful to stay engaged and not be shamed out of the conversation. Expect not to get it right. Expect perhaps to say something off-putting or even offensive. Stay in the game, stay at the table, stay engaged. Ask to be called on it, ask for forgiveness, apologize, and keep moving. Stay interested and stay curious. Off to the races we must go. Yes, we must continue to support Black boys and Black men with a heart and spirit of cultural humility. Commit to do something concrete to combat racism, inequity, and social injustice in some form or fashion. Everybody's different, but commit to do something concrete. If you're not quite sure what to do, ask around. Many people are doing some amazing things to be there for Black boys and Black men. Read and learn what are the best practices or the good ideas or the great suggestions to support Black men and Black boys. Some are learning more about Black history. Others are volunteering on this advocacy group or being part of this committee and that committee to address racism, inequities, and social injustice, particularly as it impacts Black boys and men. I love the stories that many families and parents are telling that they're changing the narrative in their own homes at their dinner conversations. They're changing the bedtime stories that they're sharing with their little kids. They're changing the story within their own families. And sometimes it starts right there. So I encourage you, my family, my friends, my colleagues, and everybody else to respectfully and nothing but love. Off to the races we must go. We must go now, we must go hard, and we must keep going. So let's go. I'm talking about every system, every space, and most of all, every heart and every mind and every soul must go off to the races. We must go. We must go hard. We must go now. And we must keep going until every Black boy and every single Black man is healthy, educated, prosperous, and happy, so that every one of their dreams are realized for every generation to come. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, peace in and peace out.